Hello there! This is Mike with Mana Bluff, and we are drafting some Battle for Zendikar. Woo! I'm excited. Hopefully, you are all as well. And let's just jump right into it. I guess you just take the Mythic because it's pretty sweet. It's pretty easily Oblivion Sower. But let's go about the cards that I also like. Clutch of Currents is really sweet. Stone Fury is good. Smite the Monstrous is fine. Mist Intruder has as much as it seems weird to say, overperformed for me. One of my favorite decks that I've drafted thus far is like a blue-black ingest process kind of control deck, super sweet. Uh, Assuming Oblivion Sower was another reason actually I like Oblivion Sower is that all of those cards that I went over are colored cards. I mean, Mist Intruder, even though it's devoid, is actually blue. Uh, but Oblivion Sower is a actual colorless spell rather than just a devoid one. Absent that, I might I might be tempted to pick up like the Stone Fury just because it's the best red card, and there's other like good white, there's other good blue. Ooh, 4, 5, 6. Lantern Scout's kind of nutter butters. Um, yeah, this card's just super good. I did pass the Courier Griffin. I passed the Smite. I passed the Blade Whirl, which I didn't even talk about right before the one that gives first strike, I think. The 2/2, the bear with first strike. The bear ally. Grow Rumber's also pretty sweet. Eldrazi Sky Spawner is quite good, and it kind of goes with the Oblivion Sower a little bit more because I'm more likely, well, it ramps me with the spawn, but the blue-green ramp type deck is pretty good. Bone Splinters is fine. Um, I'm actually going to pick the Lantern Scout. It feels really weird to pass the Sky Spawner. There wasn't like great blue. There was the Mist Intruder, which if that person took that, they'll take the Sky Spawner. But clearly, out of this pack, the Sky Spawner is the one to take. But Lantern Scout here, I could still play the Oblivion Sower in that deck, but Lantern Scout's just good. Other okay. I don't know what happened here that caused two picks. Were they like auto picks? So an uncommon and something else was taken. Well, it had to have been a common. It was probably a foil something because this card is too good. You don't pass it. And maybe I'll be in green-white allies. Alternatively, what? Gideon's Reproach is quite good, but this card's just way better. There's no other card that comes close to the power level of the Marasa Green Warden. Um, I'm passing red cards, so I probably won't be in red, but I guess passing Gideon's Reproach kind of sucks, especially after I passed the Smite, but there was another Great White, haha, Great White, there, so I really don't mind. Ugh. Well, I could take the Beastmaster to stay on the blue track. It's also an ally, which conveniently works pretty nicely with the Lantern Scout, which is fine. There's Rune Processor, which keeps me open. I don't think, like, I'd like to play both of these thus far. I guess I could take the Merc Strider if I want. Demon's Grasp is probably just the pick. Uh, there haven't really been. There's the Malakir Familiar that we passed. Like there was a Bone Splinters in the first pack, but nothing particularly excited. And I guess I could play the Abzan. Oh man, it's really sad. I forget what the color combination is called? Junk. Yeah. But I might could end up playing the Abzan colors. Wow, geez, I don't what's happening here. This is pretty good. It's actually quite good, and I already have a green card and a black card. It's weird that Stone Fury's here. I mean, I can't necessarily see too many. One, two, three, four more super powerful cards. I guess. I guess in theory. Cinderglade's going to be going pretty late. I don't want to necessarily pick it up here, but there's not a reason to not take the Catacomb Sifter. Like I said, I already have a decent black card, I have a really good green card, and if I do end up abandoning white, then I end up abandoning white. Well, okay, here's some good green cards. Uh, Giant Mantis overall is better, but Lifespring Druid is also quite good. And I'm not even looking at the Expedition Envoy. Yeah, sure, it's an ally, but I know I'm at this point much more likely to be playing green than I am to be playing white. And I might not even necessarily be playing black. Actually, probably am going to be playing black. So, Altar's Reap is fine in that deck. There was another Lifespring Druid in the pack. I am inclined to believe that the Giant Mantis is better, so I'm going to take it here. No, not even necessarily worried about the Shadow Glider. It's like if I want one of those, I'll end up getting one. Unified Front, actually, not too bad. It's possible that I should be shying away from the Lantern Scout. There's nothing. There's the white cards that we've been seeing aren't great, whereas the green cards and well, okay, whatever. If you have the synergies, like it's okay. My only worry is that someone's seeing this super late. It's like, oh, black's open. Bone Splinter is also quite good, especially with this deck. But I think the Beastmaster is just that much better. It's pretty good, so I'll take it here. I know I'm starting to get to the point where I'm clogged a little on 6-drops, but you know, hey, what you gonna do? My 6-drops are pretty sweet. Blister Pod is the pick. I'm already definitely playing green, I think, at this point. Could be white. Probably not. Could be black, but Dominator Drone isn't really in this types of deck style. And although I like me a Ghostly Sentinel, Blister Pod is a card that I would play. What? This card's really good. What? This is my pack. This is the first pack. I'm kind of surprised that the Courier Griffin's still there. 12 Growth is okay. Courier Griffin's the best card here. Given my picks already, I'll definitely pick the Courier Griffin. I would like the Blighted Gorge, but highly unlikely that I'll be playing red, so I'll just take the decent card. Well, maybe it should have been a red. I really don't particularly care about any of these cards except for this. I'm not going to be playing it, and kind of sucks to hate something this early, but there's a chance Swarm Surge is... Nah, I'll see a Swarm Surge if I want it. Ugh. This guy's pretty fine, the Shatter Skull recruit. But I don't necessarily think it's a sign that red's open. Plus past multiple Stone Furies. I'll take the Dutiful Return on the off chance. Question now. Angelic Gift. If I have a feeling I'll be in right. Sludge Crawler. If I think I will be in black. Take the Crawler, just in case. Jotty Offshoot. I could actually see myself playing that if my deck is kind of slow and grindy enough. So thus far I've got one really good white card, one good white card, one decent black card, and one... Oh man, wish I was playing red. Is it too late? This card's just too good. I did see a lot of red coming around. I kind of open, just start cutting everything. Or I could take a sheer drop and just kind of start moving in towards the white plan. What? Alternatively, Colostrum Healer's fine. I don't think red's gonna be open. Did end up passing that. It was like a 6th pick? 5th pick. It would have been a 5th pick Stone Fury. This card is just really good. Now I'm going to take the sheer drop. Okay. Oh, geez. Other good red cards. So, Brood Monitor's quite good. Jonna's Emissary is really sweet. If I want to... This card I'd splash. It's really good. Splash that and the Catacomb Sifter. But it might just be Gideon's Reproach, the safe bet. There's a bunch of cards that I want. Maybe, red was open. Gideon's Reproach, Jonna's Emissary, Brood Monitor's quite good. Sheer Drop is actually a 4th out of those. It probably should be 3rd, considering this is a little bit riskier for the splash, but I kind of like the Gideon's Reproach here. Kind of greedy me wants to take the Drana's Emissary because it is pretty sweet, but Gideon's Reproach just to be more conservative. And okay, well, Lifespring Druid will certainly help. This card is starting to get a lot worse. I mean, it's fine in that but it really shines in the black-green, sacrifice type deck. I don't have many allies, which is a little unfortunate. I guess the Chajuru Stalwart is fine. Other green decks, I guess, pick it up. But, well, thus far it looks like I might want a splash, so I could see myself taking the Druid, and it makes future Chajuru Stalwarts a little bit better. Or I could just take it for the ally trigger right now. Yeah, I'll take the Druid. And look, I get to follow it up with a Stalwart. Red is looking like it was ended up being pretty open. But I feel like my white's really good, my green is pretty sweet. Blizzard Pod might not make the cut. Stalwart it is. This is an ally. Not the greatest one, but it's an ally nonetheless. I think the pick might just be Spawning Bed. It's not great. I mean, Spawning Bed's of course good, but it's not super exciting. I wish it was, something a little bit more powerful. Kind of disappointed not in red, but I feel like it was. I did pass. Granted, there weren't all that many great red cards coming around, but passing the multiple Stone Furies, I feel like someone would have picked those up, and it shouldn't have necessarily been fed this much red. Question is, Lifespring Druid not necessarily ramping. Like the 3/6 drops are pretty good, but Spawning Bed's gonna be fine in this deck. Well, we're leaning a little more towards the sacrificey type thing at this point. This guy's whatever. Don't have landfall. Looking to shy away from black, and this guy's good, but it's yet another 6-drop, and I don't necessarily think I need another one right here because these are all great. So it might just be Call of the Scoins. By Scoins, I mean Scions. I don't have any 2-drops, so a Felidar Cub is a consideration, but card's just good. Jeez. Okay, well, maybe I just misevaluated the red. Once again, not necessarily ramping. The Breaker of Armies is good. This isn't an ally, so that's somewhat unfortunate. I believe the red ship has also sailed. We haven't really even seen that much green, so I could take the Breaker of Armies just as my super top end. It's okay. Or do I just want a 3-drop? When in doubt, take the expensive card, right? It's not really how it works. Oh, well, all the red. Sylvan Scrying. It will help with the splash if I decide to go with that. Alternatively, I could take a Tandem Tactics, which is okay here. I mean, Tandem Tactics is always just Tandem Tactics, but it might just be the Scrying. Jeez. This card's good. I like this guy. It's just so hard to get through. I'll take it away from someone. Cool, got another Stalwart. Onto Greathorn's a fine pickup. He's just okay. The two Chajuru Stalwarts. It's always difficult for me to say. Chajuru. This is another sweet pickup. This kind of leads me to believe that we're more likely to be playing the 3-color here. Plus, I guess I missed out on a Colostria healer in black. I mean, it's okay. But there's other good black cards that I don't necessarily mind seeing. Thus far, the ally count, though, is fairly low. One, two, three, four. Four? Yeah, four allies. Lumbering Falls, pretty great. Um, wow, there's like no cards for me. Wow, that sucks. Fell at our cub or Brood Hunter Worm. Uh, I, the cub's okay, and I might get another one. But jeez, wow, this pack sucks. For me, it's actually just okay in general. Dampening Pulse quite good. Spell Shovel's fine. Ulamog's Nullifier in those colors is really sweet. Lumber Fall is also not bad, but I'm not going to be splashing blue. I kind of like the worm better than the cub, so I'm going to take it here. The cub's fine. And, well... Oh, plus we have the Sylvan Scrying for a land. I'm a little... Boom! Getting it! Ugh, get there! I will take it! It's going to screw up my mana, but... Get me a Drana. Yeah, it's going to screw up my mana hardcore, but that's okay. You know, white becomes the splash. You take out the Ondu Greathorn, take out the Courier Griffin, Lantern Scout, Sheer Drop, Gideon's Reproach. Yeah, get some. Complete Disregard is probably the pick as well. Decent card, I'd love to see it. Colostro Healer. Snapping Gnarlid's quite good as well. There's nothing more fun than just getting in a couple hits with that guy. You always feel like you're winning. You can't see it, but I use winning in the air quotes, like that feeling of joy that your snapper got in for a bunch. I'm a little choked up on threes, but you know what you're gonna do. Dear. Well, now the question is, I could start leaning a little more towards black with like the Transgress the Mind. I could take the Seek the Wilds, help me kind of fix. It's not the greatest. Jeez. Red was just super open. Yeah, gosh. Or you just take the Kozilek's Channeler. It's probably just the Kozilek's Channeler. Plummet would be decent for the sideboard. I have fair removal spells, fair enough ones. It's just the Kozilek's Channeler. It's colorless, so kind of the cop out plus 4/4/5 is pretty good. Zada. That's cool. Despoiler would be cool if I had ways to exile, but Ondu Rising is kind of the card that I like. My mana's gonna suck with Drana. But then again, even if I get to play her later, she's gonna be sweet. But it's the Ondu Rising. I guess Unnatural Aggression is okay, but I like Ondu Rising a little bit more. Jeez. Well, this guy's an ally. And okay, well now I'm starting to see my white cards, which is somewhat unfortunate. And by some, oh actually, oh I just had the one. I saw the 2 Druid Star Wars. I was like, oh I got 2 Druids. Natural Connection helps me fix, which is good. Gosh, I can't believe. Yeah, I'm gonna splash a double black card. Go for it. Go big or go home. Grove Tender Druids is an ally, so that's good. I do like myself an Encircling Fissure though. Card's really sweet. Well, I guess the blue card. I don't think the fight's necessarily the greatest. Like my things aren't the biggest. Yeah, I'm going with the Grove Tender Druids just because it is it's another ally, another trigger, which I feel is going to be needed in my deck. Because I mean I don't have too many. And the Encircling Fissure's fine here. Well, shoot. Bane is good. If I could just get to that part of the game. Man, my top end's just so heavy. Breaker of Armors might be a little ambitious. Bane, though, that's certainly doable. I guess alternatively I could just take the Core Outlook. Nah, I'll take the Bane. It's just too good. Oh man, another one of these guys? Jeez, what is happening here? Territorial Baloth. Now that's a card. Maybe it's just another Grove Tender Druids, though. Get out of here, Blisterpod. Get out of here, Breaker of Armies. And I might not end up splashing Drana. Okay. Baloth is quite good, but another Grove Tender Druids. Yeah, I'm going with the Druids just because I am, it's an ally trigger. And I got a little overzealous with the Drana. I got too excited. This guy, though. What's the difference? They both cost 8. Fertile Thicket. That's going to be pretty good here. Dampening Pulse. That card's... I don't like it. I don't know if I want to play 2 Fertile Thickets, but what else is here? Is there a good Troublesome Enchantment? The one lucky person that got Quarantine Field. I'll take another. Oh, cool. Ended up getting a Plummet. It's pretty decent. Ooh. Now, do I take the land or do I take a Seek the Wilds? Catacomb Sifter. His ability is pretty good with the Grove Tender Druids. But I don't think I want my creatures dying. Oh, well, I guess I got the Seek the Wilds. Oh, look, and I ended up getting the Sandstone Bridge anyway. Crumble to Dust, cool, sideboard for, against Tron. I play Tron, and, Storm deck used this against me to steal, I don't know, one of my Tron pieces. And, I still ended up winning, because in order to get, he did this on, like, he Crumbled to Dust did something on, like, turn 3. I didn't quite have Tron yet. And, he started going off, and I was like, oh crap, I'm just gonna lose. And then it was like ritual into something, and he like spent 4 cards just to get to Crumble to Dust mana. I was like, okay. And then left him with like 2 cards in hand, so that was silly. But onto the deck building portion. Let's take a look. Man, Evolving Wilds would be pretty sweet. So the question is some of these more flexible cards. I'll do Great Horn. I don't know if I'm necessarily that aggressive, so you could see that being a cut. Just to have a 2-drop. It's pretty sweet. Undo Rising. I like this card. It could be in this pile too, but I really like it. So let's see how many allies we have first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 allies. Yeah, it's okay. Not the greatest. We could realistically go up to 7. 8 might be pushing it a little. So that might be a reason to cut Call, because it's not really doing that much in the deck. I guess if I do end up playing the Catacomb Sifter, it's pretty good. Just that getting that scry. I actually might not even play the Catacomb Sifter is the thing, just because that plus Grasp, my mana isn't. The only double white or the only double spell I have is the Green Warden, and that's late. Plus with Sylvan Scrying. I still want to play the 18 lands because I want to get to this, plus Grove Tender Druids makes, allies cost 1 more, and ideally, I want to play this on 5, or with 5 mana, so I do want to get to 5. Scrying will be sweet to help fix. I do also have the Lifespring Druid. And I want to keep the Demon's Grasp because we don't really have much removal, otherwise Sheer Drop. I guess that could have been a reason to take the fight card, but I don't feel like my deck is necessarily the best at fighting. And if I get to this point in the game, then I'm probably ahead enough. I mean, alternatively, if I'm just not playing towards it, the cut could just be Ornery for Evoker and just get super greedy with Draina. No, I can't do that. Well, now here. Fertile Thicket. It'll help me find the lands. It'll help me find my other colors. I don't know if I necessarily want to play 2, but it will help me find the colors. So maybe Catacomb Sifter isn't too bad. I get a Scion, I'll get at least 1 Scry. If I play the other one, maybe 2 more. So would I play a 2/3 for... Yeah, his effect, I don't know. Just splashing him seems loose. Yeah, alright. Done. You get out of there. Get out of there. And then the Sylvan Scrying. Yeah, it seems like this might be the deck. Oh, let's sort group creatures separately. Alright, well. And if I'm splashing Demon's Grasp, I don't think I need the Sylvan Scrying. Oh, well, 53 seconds left. Okay. So realistically, can we play Drana? Certainly not. Add basics. Add to deck. Take out a forest for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That seems fine. Take out another forest for the spawning bed. I have 2 here. And we're playing the Catacomb Sifter just because it seems fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And that'll help me find the other one. But I really want to play this on 3 is the thing. Let's cut another forest for another... Add to deck. Submit deck! Woo, got there!